OpenAI has finally launched its two open source LLM models named as GPT-OSS 120B and GPT-OSS 20B. Okay, what a predictable name. Both of the models are available under Apache license. That means anyone can use these LLM models, fine tune them, and further sell them or further utilize them. And when we say open source, these models are available for public. You can download these models in your system. You can run them. You can run them without internet. You can fine tune them. So that's where open source models are good for developers. And considering running these models in your system, your machine should be of higher configuration, especially for in case of 120B. 120B is trained on 117 billion parameter, whereas 20B is trained on 21 billion parameters. To run this model, you can simply go to Hugging Face. You can download this model from here, and you can have the documentation also. You can get it from the Hugging Face. And talking about the benchmark, so in benchmark performance, this model is pretty close to O3 mini. So if you see, the benchmark results are already here. So in terms of coding, if you see, 120B is close to O3 mini. So that means you will get the same capabilities in your local machine what you get in your O3. But let's talk about how this model is gonna useful for you as a developer and what you can create it using the OpenAI open source LLM models. So before going further, let's understand how open source model works. We already have Llama 3 from Meta, the open source model. So if you see on Hugging Face, the OpenAI LLM model already have around 146,000 downloads till now, and this has been launched 3 to 4 days back. I am making this video on 8th August. This has been launched around 5th of August. So within 3 to 4 days, lakhs of people have already downloaded this model. And what does fine tuning mean? So to explain fine tuning, let's understand it using a example. So before any model becomes a open source LLM model, it goes through a phase called pre-training. That means that particular model has been trained, and that training can consist multiple parameters, which you can see in the GPT side, that on how many parameters the model has been trained. So if you see, 120B has been trained on 117 billion parameters, whereas GPT-20B is trained on 21 billion. But does that mean 20B is less efficient? No. Reason being, training data and how the model is being trained is a different thing. So you might be using more training data, but what kind of architecture, what kind of pattern they have been trained on, that defines the efficiency, right? So it is one of the constraint, yes, that more the data, more the training parameters, it could be a better model, but it's not 100% true that more the parameters is the better the model. So once you have the pre-trained model, and let's say now you want to fine tune this model based on a let's say for our case, let's say we want to find out the sentiments of the IMDb ratings, right? If you provide a movie to the my data, and my data should fine tune it based on the rating. So I'll provide my data, my IMDb data to this pre-trained model. I'll train this model further on. I'll write some code. I'll further fine tune this, and I'll save this model, and I'll make this model available for the further step. For the further step, that means you might be having a website, you might be having a chatbot, and that chatbot can interact to your model, which is fine-tuned using the existing pre-trained model, right? So this whole concept is called fine-tuning. And once you have the models open source, you can utilize these open source model to fine-tune your data. One limitation of these models is that these are historical data. So obviously whatever you are training them on a historical data. So this is where your RAG concept comes in. You want to have the latest information also, and you want to use these pre-trained model to train the latest data or up-to-date data. And you can see the documentation on Hugging Face, how to train these model, how you can utilize the existing data set, how to, and even not only OpenAI, you can have multiple models on Hugging Face, and you can see how you can train them. You can have a pre-trained model, you can have a fine-tuned model, and you can have a post-training data also available on Hugging Face. So Hugging Face is a best website if you want to go into the machine learning or AI learning field. So you will have multiple data sets available, multiple models available, And yeah, that's all. And I'll try to install 20B in my system. I'll clean up my system and we'll try to fine tune an existing data set, and we'll see how we can fine tune that existing model. So to watch all of this, consider subscribing. And if you like the video, just like it. And we'll see you in the next video.